Shalom. Before I begin, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakak Quadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work in all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 6, and it reads, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Okay, we are the Lord's people. You so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and you so-called Native Americans, okay, who are the seed of Israel. Say, we're given into the hands of our enemies. Okay, that main enemy, that chief enemy is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, who is currently in rulership. He currently holds the power seat. Okay, and we're given into the hands of all our enemies. Okay, but that chief enemy is Esau Edom. All right, let's go to the book real quick. Let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, and I'm going to start off in verse 57, and it says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, okay, which are all these other nations, but again, that chief enemy, that chief heathen is Esau, okay, the so-called white man. Says, which have been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. Okay, and that's what they've done. Okay, all these nations have had a part, okay, in the spoil of you Israelites. Verse 58, it says, but we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. See, we were given into the hands of our enemies. Again, that chief enemy being the so-called white man, okay, which, we currently still are in his possession. Verse 59, it says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? See, and that was the question Ezra was asking. Is if the world was created for our sakes, why are we in such a low estate? Okay, why don't we have the world in our possession? Okay, why don't we have our inheritance? Okay, because Ezra already knew that the promises, okay, the promises of inheritance is for the nation of Israel. Again, for you so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and you so-called Native Americans. Let's go real quick to the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 17 and verse 17. And it says, for in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people, but Israel is the Lord's portion. See that? And Ezra already knew this. Okay, he knew that the world was created for you Israelites. Okay, for us as a people. Verse 18, it says, whom being his firstborn, see that? He nourisheth with discipline, and giving him the light of his love does not forsake him. See, the thing is that we went off. We went off and we rebelled against the Lord. So the Lord is putting us in a position of captivities for what? For correction. Verse 19 is that therefore all their works are as the sun before him, and his eyes are continually upon their ways. Upon whose ways? Upon the ways of Israel. Okay, and we went off. Okay, we lost our heritage. Okay, we lost our heritage as a people. All right, let's get that real quick. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and get it in the. I'm gonna get it in the blue letter. Jeremiah 17 and verse 1, and it says, the sin of Judah is inscribed with an iron chisel, engraved with a diamond point on their stony hearts, and on the corners of their altars. Verse 2 says, even their children go to worship at their pagan altars and Ashereth poles beneath every green tree on every high hill. Verse 3, it says, so I will hand over my holy mountain along with all your wealth and treasures and your pagan shrines as plunder to your enemies, for sin runs rampant in your land. I'm gonna get verse 4 in the King James. It says, and thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Meaning just for a very long time. See, so because of rebellion, because of idol worship, okay, we were given as a nation, okay, to the hands of our enemies. And again, that chief enemy is the so-called white man, Esau Edom, okay, who are we, again, we're currently in their possession. Okay, I know this said Judah, but even Israel, okay, which is the northern kingdom, okay, they were going off as well. Okay, let's get that real quick. Just to prove that not was it only Judah that lost their heritage, but also the nation, also Israel, which is the northern kingdom, okay? Because Judah, Levi, and Benjamin, that consists of the southern kingdom. Let's go to the book of 2 Kings. Book of 2 Kings, and I'm going to go to the 17th chapter. I'm going to jump around a little bit. Because I don't want to read the whole thing, but this is 2 Kings. Just want to get to the points. 17:7, it says, "For so it was that the children of Israel had sinned against the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, their power, which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt, from under the hand of Pharaoh king of Egypt, and feared their gods." Verse 8, "And walked in the statutes of the heathen, whom the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai cast out from before the children of Israel, and of the kings of Israel, which they had made." I'm going to jump down here to verse 12. It says, "For they served idols, whereof the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai has said unto them, Ye shall not do this thing." See? And that was a big part of us losing our heritage. You know, serving these idols, being rebellious against the Lord, not keeping his law, statutes, commandments. I'm going to jump down here to, let me see. I'm going to jump down here to verse 18. It says, "Therefore the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai was very angry with Israel, and removed them out of his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only." But then it's going to go on to tell you here that Judah also, okay, went after idols and refused to walk in the law, statutes, and commandments. Verse 19, it says, "Also Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, their power, but walked in the statutes of Israel, which they have made." See that? Verse 20, it says, "And the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai rejected all the seed of Israel." See, both tribes, both the southern kingdom, both kingdoms, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, says, "And afflicted them, and delivered them into the hand of spoilers, until he had cast them out of his sight." So Israel, okay, as a nation, okay, both kingdoms, okay, we lost our heritage. The Lord took it away from us. Why? Because we were being rebellious, especially when we're, going after these idols. All right, let me go back to Isaiah chapter 47 and 6. I'm going to read that again. It says, "I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand." Okay, and this is the hand of our enemies. But again, that chief enemy being Esau Edom. Said, "Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke." So this devil, okay, even upon the elderly people, okay, of Israel, okay, this devil put hell upon us, okay, and even to this day, okay, you see, these elderly people, okay, that are up in age, okay, they can't even retire properly. They keep increasing the age of retirement, where they got to continue to work, because this devil has kept that yoke upon our people. Okay, this devil has no mercy, okay, whatsoever. Let's go real quick to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 5. "Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred," okay, and that's why this devil hates us. Okay, that's why he has no mercy upon our people. Okay, because he wants that blessing. Okay, he got a blessing, but he got the temporal blessing. Now Jacob got the eternal blessing. Okay, but this devil, he wants to try, okay, to do everything he can, okay, to get that eternal blessing, but he's not going to be able to. Again, let me read that again. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. See, and that was his blessing, was to live by the sword, okay, and have the fatness of the earth. It says, by the force of the sword in the time of the calamity, okay, in the time that their iniquity had an end. See, so this devil kept on, pushing it. Okay, he kept on. He went overboard. Let me get that real quick. What is that? Zechariah, chapter 1, and verse 15, and it says, "And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction." See, that this devil went above and beyond. Okay, he again no mercy upon the children of Israel. Okay, this devil was given a blessing. Okay, to live by the sword. Okay, and have the fatness of the earth. Okay, but this devil just overdid it. Okay, I mean it was all from Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai. Okay, but this devil still got to pay. Okay, he's got to pay for everything he's done to the children of Israel. All right, let's go back to Ezekiel chapter 35. And we're going to go to verse 6. And it says, "Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood. Even blood shall pursue thee." So the Lord is getting ready to recompense this devil, okay, for everything that he's done. Okay, let's go real quick to the book of Isaiah. Because this devil likes to shed blood. Well, his blood's going to be shed. Okay, because he had no mercy upon the children of Israel. Isaiah 63, now I'm going to start off at the top. It says, "Who is this that cometh from Edom? See, with thy garments from Bozrah." It says, "This that is glorious in his apparel, travailing in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save." See, and who's that talking about? That's talking about Yahweh Shai, okay, the deliverer. Okay, because this devil has had a perpetual hatred, okay, and he's not hated blood. Okay, blood's gonna pursue him. Okay, let's go real quick. I'll come back to Isaiah. Let's go right real quick to Amos, chapter 1, and verse 11. See, and it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, see, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity." See, no mercy. See, and his anger did tear perpetually. See, and he kept his wrath forever. See, and that's why the Lord's going to come back and he's going to stomp upon his devil. Let's go back to the book of Isaiah 63. Now I'm going to go to verse 2. And it says, "Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?" So why is he like he's been stomping upon grapes? Why? Because he's covered with all that grape juice. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay, but that's just symbolic for what? For all the blood. Okay, all the destruction that's coming upon the nation of Edom. Verse 3, it says, "I have trodden the winepress alone," it says, and of the people there was none with me, for I would tread them in mine anger. See, tread these Edomites. It says, "And trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment." Now, is the Lord really going to have blood upon his garment? No. Okay, that's just symbolic. Okay, again, for all the death, all the destruction, all that blood's going to be shed, okay, from the nation of Esau, okay, from these Edomites. It says, verse 4, it says, "For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the ear of my redeemed is come." See, the Lord is he has a controversy with these devils, okay, for everything they've done, okay, and by them showing no mercy, okay, the Lord's going to stomp them out. Let's go real quick to the book of Revelation, chapter 14, and I'm going to start from verse 19, and it says, "And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High." Verse 20 says, "And the winepress was trodden without the city." And we just read about the winepress, okay? "And the blood came out of the winepress." See, that's again, that's just showing you that it's talking about the same scenario. Okay, the same thing that Isaiah saw, the same thing John the Revelator is seeing. Okay, Again, I'm read 20 again. It says, and the winepress was trodden without the city, and the blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridles. It says, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. That's just symbolic for what? A lot of blood. Okay, a horse's bridle, that's a lot of blood. Okay, the blood coming up that high. But again, that's just symbolic for all the death, all the destruction that's getting ready to come upon this devil. Okay, the Edomites. Okay, the Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks about. Okay, again, for him having no mercy, okay, he's going to be shown no mercy. All right, let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, and verse 4, and it says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth off from the vine. It says, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. Saying, and that scroll is talking about the mushroom cloud. Okay, this is going into the destruction that's going to come upon, aka America, Babylon the Great. Okay, because that's where Edom's ruling out of. That's where Esau is ruling out of. Okay, America, Babylon the Great. And again, this is symbolic for the destruction, the missiles. Okay, and also for his rulership, being taken down. Verse 5, it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. See, Idumea is Greek for Edom. It says, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Let's go real quick to the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 33. And it says, the curse of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai is in the house of the wicked. See, and according to Malachi 1 and 4, Esau, Edom, he's the border of wickedness. Okay, wherever he goes, he brings wickedness with him. So he is the wicked. It says, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Okay, so the curse is upon the wicked. Esau, okay, the devil. Let's go back to Isaiah 34. Now I'm going to go to verse 6. It says, the sword of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with blood of lambs and goats. See, the lambs are symbolic to 2/3, because 2/3 of our people, they're gonna have to take part in that destruction. Why? Because they're not part of the remnant. They're not part of the Lord's elect. Okay. Say, and goats represent these Edomites. Okay, every Edomite, okay, that's here in America, Babylon the Great, okay, is going to be destroyed. They're not going to make it. Okay, there's no salvation for the devil. No salvation for the so-called white man. Okay, and that doesn't mean that every white person, okay, in America, so-called America, is an Edomite. Okay, we don't really know, who they are by color. Okay, that's why the scripture says what? Judge not by appearance. Okay. Okay, it's the spirit that bears witness, our spirit. Okay, that we are the children of the Most High. Okay, it says judge the spirit by the spirit. Okay, but for the most part, the so-called white man, they're the Edomites. Okay, and they don't have salvation. It says, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams, which is speaking about these other nations, the other heathen, okay, that are mingled. What do they call America? The melting pot. Why? Because you got pretty much every nation, okay, residing in so-called America. Okay, but they're all going to take part in the Lord's sacrifice. Okay, they're all going to take part in that brutal destruction. It says, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai hath a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. You see that? Verse 7, it says, and the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. Verse 8, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. See, the Lord is angry with these damn devils, okay, with the so-called white man. Again, for everything that he's done, destroying the earth, okay, and putting hell upon Israel, okay, you Israelites. Okay, and again, he showed no mercy. So he's not gonna obtain any mercy. Let's go real quick. Let's get one more. Let's go to the book of James. Chapter 2 and verse 13, and it says, For he shall have judgment without mercy that showed no mercy. Okay, and who did that? Esau. Okay, the so-called white man showed no mercy. Okay, upon his violence. Okay, upon the hell that he put upon the Israelites. Okay, everything he's done. Okay, from putting yokes of iron, okay, upon our people. Okay, and he did that to all the tribes. Okay, even to this day. The yoke, okay, is more of a mental yoke now. Okay, but these devils still to this day, okay, they look down upon the children of Israel. It says, and mercy rejoices against judgment. Why? Because if this devil would have showed mercy, okay, the Lord would have mercy upon him. Okay, but this devil was made to be the devil. Okay, it says let's get that real quick. What's that? Proverbs 16:4. It says, see, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked, okay, for the day of evil. See, and he is the wicked. Okay, the so-called white man is the wicked of the earth. Okay, and he showed no mercy, okay, upon the children of Israel. So he's going to be shown no mercy. All right, with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing this work in all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.